I think that Matt Rule just does not have a clue on how to run an offense.
Luke Getsky should be fired. He should be fired today.
I'll stand by you. My God. Bro, you got smoke.
Welcome to FAZE Fantasy Live with your host, Lonnie Z.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is FAZE Fantasy Live. I'm your host, Lonnie Z. And with me today is my partner in crime, Jake Hansen. What's up, my brother?
What's happening? We're back.
We are back, bro. Finally. Football season is like, what? We got a week, a little more than a week before,
Next Thursday.
Yep, next Thursday. And so this week, man, it's going to be a lot of people are still getting their final drafts in. And that's what this is all about today. We're just going to talk about these drafts and who to draft and when we think you should draft them and kind of go over some strategy and stuff. How you been, man? How was your off season? Is I know you've been busy and everything. You've been keeping up on all the sports and basketball and everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This year, yeah, it's good that this is almost over. But sports been good. Sports been good. But all my teams are not really doing nothing this year. So,
right.
But no, it's been fun. It's been a fun year.
No, that's good.
It's been a fun year, but just glad to be back.
Yep. Me too, man. Me too. All right. Well, let's just jump right in, bro. We're going to talk about first round draft strategy. So, whether you're a 10 team or a 12 team league, there are some little differences. And it's funny because I think the first five, who do you got as your first five, that you think are going to come off the board? If you had pick 1 through 5, who do you think is going to come off the board right there? What do you think?
Top 5, just like 5 top guys.
Yeah.
I would say Barkley, Robinson, Chase, JJ, and maybe CD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this year, like I was just saying to you, I think this year's going to be more receiver first rounds than running backs. But I mean, McCaffrey, I see McCaffrey out there, but I know a lot of people are picking him quick. I've seen a lot of drafts, but McCaffrey could be the 5th one also. It's too hard not to grab him.
Yeah. I got in no particular order, but I got like Chase, Bijan, Jefferson, Barkley, CD, and then that number 5, man, that's the one. You're right. A lot of people do have McCaffrey. Personally, I wouldn't touch McCaffrey because he burned me so bad last year, and I hate the Niners. So and their line coaching staff. But Jahmyr Gibbs is another one.
Yep, Gibbs too.
He's a top 5. So or could be a top 5. Jefferson, a lot of people, man, are kind of like, I don't know. They have Jefferson like 7th, going 7th, in some drafts. I saw a draft where he was like 8th, picked 8th. So, all right. So there's a couple different ways people can look at how to approach their draft. And, this year, I think you have a lot of receivers, you have a lot of running backs. There's a couple of really elite tight ends, and then all the rest are just kind of bunched together in tight end. Um, but for your draft, you have to just figure out what what strategy you want to approach. Do you want to be heavy RB, or do you want to be heavy receiver? If you're in a PPR league, obviously that's why a lot of receivers are going in the top 10. Like in the top 10, if I'm just looking at this ADP, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. No, 7. There's 7 receivers in the top 10 coming off the board, according to this ADP right here. And the rest are running backs. So you just have like Bijan, Barkley, and Gibbs, and then everyone else is a receiver. So I don't know if
Yeah. It just seems like I think they rated a couple receivers higher than maybe because of based off last year. I seen they said Brian Thomas was like the start of the second round.
Yeah.
It's just I would like hesitate.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that dude. I mean, you know about me about that dude last year, and we never really touched him. But you know what I mean? It's like, oh, second round, man, I don't know. It's like I've seen two tight ends first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
One tight end, they got Brock Bowers going the first round.
Yeah.
Everybody. And they got Trey McBride going early second round. It's
Yep.
just, and then they got Kittle as the third and fourth round right now. But
Yep.
so
Exactly.
yeah. So, but like a Brian Thomas picking him in the first round, no way. I couldn't do it. Like I'm in a 12-man league tomorrow. Pick 12. Maybe pick 12 because you go back to back. You go receiver, running back right then because you don't pick for another 24 picks, right?
Mhm.
But I'm 11 tomorrow, so
11's not
something
bad.
like that. I might have to. So I might have to
Yeah.
on that. Like I might
Yeah.
have to do a Brian Thomas because that's
Yeah, because all the other receivers by that time will be gone. And then you have like St. Brown, the next tier, like St. Brown and Drake London, AJ Brown, T. Higgins.
maybe Nakua. Yeah, but
Um,
Drake London is gonna be fire. Like I'm not watch. I want to talk about him. He's gonna be fire this year.
yeah, he should be good, man. It all depends on Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
and how they're
Yep.
going to run that offense. But last year we got a taste of how they want to run the offense. They want to use him a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Do you know? And I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
get off topic too much. But now, yeah, we'll come back around to that. So yeah, so the strategy I think for PPRs is you almost have to get one of those receivers. You almost have
Top
to.
tier. Yeah.
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 If you're in the first, you're with your first round pick, whether it's 10 or whether it's 12, um, depending on who's there. So if you're in the first five, you get to choose. Do I want a running back? If there's one of those running backs are there, or do I want one of these elite receivers? If you have a pick in the first five, but if you're at five and after that, then to me, you just have to go with whatever's the best player there because they're all going to be good or with whoever you really, really want. And I'm with you 100%. These are some guys that kind of scare me in the first round. Puka Nakua kind of scares me a little bit in the first round. As much as I know he's dynamic and he's a great receiver. Uh, Today, Matthew Stafford they said that he's trending towards starting week one, which is good for Nakua if that happens. But
Yeah.
his back has been messed up. So, but Nakua gets hurt too. And then Brian Thomas, one or two, first or second round, I wouldn't touch him there. I'd take a chance with a more accomplished, receiver. But Trevor Lawrence is
Well,
supposed to have a big year too.
yeah. Trevor Lawrence is one of my sleepers this year. The thing with like Brian Thomas, like we're saying, that if you're picking the last two picks and you're a 12-man league, Brian Thomas, you pretty much when you are picking him at 12, 13, that's like a third round pick because when
Yeah,
it comes back, you're pretty much at your fourth round. You just pick. So yes, you're
exactly.
third round, but you're at the end. So you got to think about that too because, and then Brian Thomas, yes, like in a regular 10-man and all that, I wouldn't do it the first two. But if you're like the last pick and you want him,
Yeah. It may come down to something like, do I want Brian Thomas or do I want Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor? Because those are the next
or
guys underneath them, running back wise.
so let me ask you this: do you think Derrick Henry is going to go before McCaffrey? Now, if it's a PPR league, McCaffrey's the best PPR running back in the league,
Yeah, I don't
and he's
think so.
healthy.
I think McCaffrey is still McCaffrey, and only reason I'm not messing
Mm-hmm.
with him because I got burned. And in
Oh, 100%.
my two drafts, I have the second pick, and then I have the sixth pick in the 12 team, which is the worst, bro. The sixth pick is like horrible. So I don't know, but in the first round, I think personally, I think you got to go receiver in a PPR. You have to go receiver. You got to
Mm-hmm.
go if you can get Chase or Lamb or Jefferson. I think to me, those are really the first round receivers: Chase,
Mm-hmm.
Lamb, Jefferson, and not particularly in that order, even though that's the order that they have them in on this ADP. and then Nakua could be, but he makes me nervous. I do like Neighbors, and I you know, but first round, I know he won't be there. If I don't take him in the first, I won't get him at all. But those are the
I
three.
I I rather take Brian Thomas Jr. than Neighbors right now,
Hmm.
but I you know, coming from me right now, I know that we're getting off topic, but coming from me, and you're going to be shocked. I think Marvin Harrison is going to be a receiver this year than Neighbors because of Neighbors is still going to be a badass, but I just think Marvin Harrison knows he has to.
Yeah, I think
And
Marvin
Kyler Murray
Harrison.
knows he has to. If Kyler Murray, this is it. This is make or break. Everybody knows it. This is no secret. This is make or break for the man. And Marvin Harrison, no, this is, and that dude's a beast, man. It's just Kyler Murray against Russell Wilson. Now, if I was the Giants, I'd be starting Jackson Dart first game. That boy got fired. That dude has a lot of. That
Yeah,
dude is, that dude has swag, man. Jackson Dart, that boy has
yeah,
swag. That boy, and I think that's what's going to mess with Neighbors a little bit. Russell can still throw, nothing wrong with that, but I think Marvin Harrison is going to have a big year this year.
I agree. I think Harrison is going to have a big year. And what about Nico, man? Nico
Oh,
is
Nico's
because this
Nico.
is
I
like
mean,
10th. I wouldn't have a problem taking Nico
no
because
way.
CJ's got to have a bounce back season, right? He
Well,
has to. And we'll talk about him a little later when we talk about late round quarterbacks and sleepers because no one is talking about CJ. No one cares. He's coming off the board if he gets drafted at all in like the 12th round, you know. So, first round strategy, I think that in a 10 or 12, if you're in a PPR, you got to get one of those receivers first. You have to.
yeah.
Um, because I think there's value in running back as the draft keeps going. I think you could find running back more than you could find elite receivers. So in your first round, if you have one of those elite receivers, I say you got to pick them up. You know,
If you're the first pick of the drafts, you got to go with Jamar Chase.
yeah, you do
You
because
you
him
have to
and
go with Jamar Chase. That dude. I mean, Jamar Chase is just at the end of the year when you were playing fantasy foot, when you were playing FanDuel, you were scoring 100. When you remember that night, you scored 100 and something
right,
points with.
yep, with Jamar
Remember
Chase,
that? Yeah,
exactly,
you almost won that 10 G's. That
bro.
boy went on. Those last 5 games, that dude went off.
Yeah, he went crazy. So yeah, you do have to go with him. And
Hmm.
what do you think about so if you take one there, if you take a receiver there, you roll around to the second round. I seen Lamar Jackson going in the second round, and
Josh
Josh
Allen,
Allen
second
going in the
round.
second round, Jaden Daniels going in the third round. I've seen,
Yeah.
so is it do you start looking in the second round like at that quarterback position, or are you going to go say you grab a receiver in the first round, you trying to get the best available running back in the second round because running backs in the second round right now, right here on the tiers would be someone like Devin Achan. Um, Ashton Genty could be first round too. And I don't know.
I
I think he's gonna be a beast, bro. I think he's gonna be a
I know.
baller. And
I know.
I'm literally thinking about
Yeah.
Ashton Genty, like, hey, I got the second pick. Maybe I'll just surprise everyone, just take Ashton Genty and just say whatever,
Yeah,
bro.
he's gonna be a baller.
Yeah,
He's gonna
man.
be a baller. What the thing, yeah, with Brock Bowers, and I mean now Jacoby Myers. I don't know if you were gonna talk about that today, but Jacoby asked for a trade,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
he's not gonna get traded.
No.
I don't think they're gonna trade
No.
him. But I mean, yeah, there's no way. That's stupid for the Raiders. But dude, when you got Brock Bowers as you're tied in, and then you have Jacoby, he will play. I mean, and Geno's not no slouch. I mean, look all the running backs what they did with Geno as a quarterback. So
Exactly.
um,
Exactly.
Genty's gonna be a beast. But Genty should be a second round pick. But Genty's gonna be that trigger finger. That
Yeah.
and that Brock Bowers trigger finger. Like oh shit, like the Travis Kelce 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes going first round. Like, no, what are you doing? You don't
Right.
pick a quarterback first.
Right.
Travis Kelce first. What are you doing?
Right.
And like second round running backs is like a Kieran Williams. James
Yeah.
Cook, Jonathan
Yep.
Taylor. Even Omari and Hampton in the second, third round. I've been seeing. I like that kid. Fuck, I like that kid. And Trayvon Henderson from from New England.
Yeah,
I like that kid too, man.
Kenneth
Josh
Walker.
Jacobs, Kenneth Walker. That's a second, third. Josh Jacobs, third round. I've been seeing a lot. Fourth round.
Bro, what do you think about Chase Brown? You haven't mentioned Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, third, fourth round.
Bro, there's no way he's lasting the third or fourth round.
Third round.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Chase,
I bet
his
you Trayvon
ADP
Henderson
is
goes above Chase Brown.
his ADP is 19. Hey, I hope people do sleep on him. I really do, because I'm literally, and sounds crazy, and I even said it the other day, but in my 12-man league, I am literally considering, if those receivers are all gone, I am considering taking Chase Brown with the 6th pick in the first round, because I think Chase Brown is gonna kill it this year, bro. He's
Yeah, but
gonna kill it.
he's not gonna kill it more than Bijan. Bijan's gonna go fire this year, dude.
Bijan's not gonna be their number 6.
If all the receivers go in the top four,
If the top 5 are, say the top 5, say Chase,
Jamar, JJ,
CD,
and CD,
JJ go, then Bijan and Barkley are gonna be gone too. And
you don't think somebody's gonna do McCaffrey?
maybe
I still
McCaffrey will
think
be gone
somebody. I
too.
still, yeah.
Yeah, and so then that would leave me with Jahmyr Gibbs or
But
Puka
Gibbs is gonna go.
Nacua, all these other guys.
I would
Bro.
honestly take Gibbs before Chase Brown. You know that, Lonnie. I would honestly now let me say this: you take Gibbs or Bijan or whatever, and then Chase Brown's in second round. You take 2 running backs in a row.
Here's my thing.
Two running backs in a row.
Yeah, but I would,
if Chase Brown's there, your second round pick,
bro.
2 running backs in a row, 100%.
I don't think at 6, where I'd be at 6, he'd get back to me, because it's almost like a third round pick at that point when I'm at 6, right?
Well, it's like with me being it's like being at 12. That's 24 picks.
Yeah,
6 is 8,
yeah, but you get 2
picks.
in a row. You get.
Oh, I know.
But 6, you're spaced out exactly the same every freaking time. So there's no little buffer. Like at the corners, at least you get 2 picks in a row where you could take one or 2 a pick. Someone gets 2 picks and then you get a pick. You know what I'm saying? When you're at 2 or 1 or 10, 10's a great spot. 11, like you're at 11, that's not a bad spot in a 12-man. Not a bad spot at all. So I don't know. I probably
So
won't
there should be 11 running backs before Chase Brown, right? Don't you think? 12
Okay.
running backs.
All right.
Before Chase Brown.
Let's look at them. Bijan
Saquon
Robinson,
Barkley,
Saquon,
Bijan,
McCaffrey, Gibbs,
Henry,
4, Derrick Henry, 5, Genty, that's 6,
6,
Achan, 7,
7,
Jonathan Taylor, 8,
Josh Jacobs,
no, Chase Brown's higher, bro.
Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin's higher than Chase Brown.
No, he's not. Not on what
Bucky
ADP
Irvin?
are you looking at?
I'm looking at all of them. Bucky Irvin in 3 different ones: Yahoo, Fantasy Pros, FanDuel, DraftKings. He's higher than Chase Brown. He's at 22nd. Bucky Irvin's picked between 20 and 22, and Chase Brown's between 28 and 30.
What I'm looking at is 19 for Chase Brown, and I'm believing this one a little better. Let me check something out. Let me look at.
So you think
recent
so you think Chase Brown's going to do better than Breece Hall?
I do.
And you think Chase Brown's going to be better than Bucky Irvin? Really? I think Bucky Irvin is going to be top fucking.
I do
8 running back this year.
because
Really?
in that offense, bro, he has Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and T. Higgins. What did Joe Mixon, when he was at his prime and healthy, he killed it in that offense. Killed it with the Bengals. He was always a top 5 running back. Always going in the first round. I'm telling you, bro.
No, I see it, but I just seen like Bucky Irvin. That if he didn't get hurt, I mean I think Bucky Irvin was a beast, and I think he's going to be a beast. But Chase Brown was a good player. I just
Yeah, I just think
Josh Jacobs. I'm still he's higher than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, I'm not really fond of him, but
okay. So
James
in this one, he came back around, and he went 3rd pick in the 3rd round, which would have been, this is a 10 team, so That's 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. He went 23 in this one, in this particular draft that I'm looking at right here. Um, I kind of I bro, I hope people are sleeping on him because I especially but I know the one league I'm talking about, the 12 team, those guys are dogs, bro. They're freaking
Yeah.
vultures.
Yeah, that's how my
You know
12-man league
you
is.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're vultures,
Yeah, we got about 6 youngsters in this 12-man league, and
right?
they know that they know.
So, let's talk a little bit about quarterbacks and the strategy to pick some quarterbacks. Are you this year considering early quarterback? Are you considering waiting and grabbing your quarterback at the end of the draft, pretty much? What are you thinking? What's your strategy going to be?
So last year I picked the quarterback a little later, and it kind of got me. I picked Stroud probably like the 7th round, but everybody thought
Mhm.
Stroud would have been
Better.
something. One of my running backs got hurt. I know your running back went out for the year. I had a player that went out for a year. I can't remember who it was, but it's pretty much you look at it and you go, okay, if I'm not going to get Lamar and Allen in the first 2 rounds, because they're going to be gone first 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
They always, okay. It's like, okay, then who I'm looking at? Joe Burrow always goes around 5, 6. Jaden Daniels, now they're saying, what, 3rd round? That's crazy. But,
Yeah.
Hurts, 6th, 7th round. Baker, probably 9th round.
Mhm.
I like some guys this year that I'm not really, I like Drake May. I like Bo Nix. Do you know Bo Nix
Yeah.
was in the top 10 out of all fantasy players last year in scoring?
Yeah, that's crazy. That
Bo
is
Nix was top 10
that's why so
out of
many
all
people
fantasy players. Jamar Chase was, no, Lamar Jackson was 1. So in quarterbacks, Nix was 5, top 5 in quarterbacks. It was Lamar Jackson, it was Josh Allen, it was I think it was Daniels might have been there, Bo Nix was there, and Joe Burrow. But like Joe Burrow, like I'm really looking at Joe Burrow this year. Like you're talking about Chase Brown, I'm looking at like maybe Chase, my running back and couple receivers, and then take Joe at 5.
yeah.
I think Joe and the boys are gonna go off. They're gonna go off.
I do too, man. He just got Jamar just got paid and uh
Higgins got paid.
Higgins got paid, so they kept the band together, and that's what they wanted. So yeah,
There's so many quarterbacks back. Oh yeah, that's right. The 5th quarterback was Baker Mayfield with top scoring last year. So
mhm,
there's so many quarterbacks last year. If you do not take Lamar and Allen, like if you're not set on that,
yeah.
there's so many quarterbacks this year that I think like May's going to score, and Nix and Daniels, and I really like those 2 guys. And even Trevor Lawrence as a backup quarterback, because I think he's going to do good this year. He's my sleeper.
Yeah, yeah, he's one
He's
of
my
my
sleeper
sleepers too.
quarterback this year. I got a
Yeah.
sleeper tight end, and I got a sleeper. He's my sleeper this year.
I just released a video last night, that had him as a after round 10 sleeper that could,
Hmm.
like, be a QB1, he really could be. Um, yeah, so I'm
So, what's
kinda
your
with
take on it?
I'm kinda with you, man. Like, the last few years, I've gone early, on quarterback. I've gotten Lamar, I've gotten Jalen Hurts last year. It's funny because that team that I had Jalen Hurts on, that's the one I had McCaffrey, and it didn't didn't pan out for me. But,
Uh,
I kinda think there's a lot of really good quarterbacks that you can just wait on and you could stack up. So, like, in your first 2, 3 rounds, you can go receiver, receiver, running back, or you can go receiver, running back, receiver, or you can even go, 2 running backs and a receiver. You really could do anything you really want. And if you wanted to, try to go get a premium tight end in the 3rd round. Like if you wanted to go get Brock Bowers or Trey McBride, one of those 2 guys, you could do that instead of trying to get a quarterback early and save the quarterback till after round 8. Man, I mean, you just said Baker Mayfield was the 5th, leading fantasy scorer for quarterbacks last year. And I think Baker Mayfield is going to have a great year this year. I know that we're going to talk about their situation over there when we get to the injury section segment, but um, I still think Baker Mayfield has enough weapons with Bucky and White and Evans and this
I can't
Emeka
say his
Egbuka,
name. Yeah, Ibuka.
Yeah,
He's going to be with Godwin and McMillan out.
yeah,
Number 2
yeah.
all the way.
Just that's right into it. Same with Jaden,
Daniels,
Jaden. Is it no, not Jaden Daniels. I want to say
McMillan.
Jaden Reed, but it's not Jaden Reed either. It's Jaden. I'll talk to him. The Houston receiver. I can't think of his last name right now.
Oh, Higgins
Jaden Higgins. Yeah, same thing. He's moving right into the number 2 slot because
over Christian Kirk.
yeah, bro. He'll
Really?
be. I think he's really going to get into that number 2 slot. Christian Kirk is, he's there, but I think we'll see what happens with Higgins. But he's another guy you get real late. But I don't want to get too far off topic. But I'm with you. I don't think this is the year to go out and get the elite quarterback. I don't think you have to this year
Well,
because
Lamar Jackson overscored all quarterbacks by 200 points.
yeah, because he's just crazy, and you pay for that.
Yeah.
The draft I was just looking at, dude took him in the first round. So it's like that's fine. Go,
Well, like we're talking about first round, but would you take Brock Bowers in the first round?
no.
His average, no, me either.
Mm,
You have to let the draft play out. Like
you
I'm
do.
11. I'm 11 now. If all running backs go and JJ's there, I'm gonna have to get JJ. But should I pick JJ because he's the best player? I don't know. JJ McCarthy's the quarterback. I'm not saying nothing bad about it, but
Oh, here we go. I told
no,
you
no, no, no,
last
no, no,
year.
no, 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 no,
I warned
no,
you
no, no,
last
no.
year. Didn't I
But
warn
you
you
even
last
said
year?
about Justin Jefferson. You even said something about Justin Jefferson. Like, is he the top two receiver this year?
Yeah. Why isn't he? Him and Chase.
So you would still
I take him over. Jamar Chase is the only one I would entertain taking receiver before Justin Jefferson.
you got to. Yeah, you got to.
Even
this year.
before
You got
CD
to.
Lamb, even before
Yeah,
Puka.
I would pick JJ over. Oh, I would take JJ over CD and all them.
Yeah,
I was saying
I would consider taking him over Jamar Chase too. Personally, I would because Chase had
not
such
with
a good
Burrow
year.
this year.
Chase
I know,
had
but
such
just
a
with
good
Burrow
year
this
last year, man. And those are boys.
I'm just saying we just talked about the boys though. We just talked about Burrow and the
Yeah,
boys. They're going to
yeah.
go off.
They
They're going to
should.
go off. And JJ's going to do good.
Hey, look, if in
The
case
guy I really like from the Vikings, we're getting off track, but the guy I really like this year is Hawkinson.
TJ, yeah,
JJ McCarthy, and we always talk about new quarterbacks lean on their tight ends, and
Yep.
that Hawkinson's going to go off.
yeah, he should, especially the first 3 weeks because Addison's out, so it's going to be all JJ. Jets.
And Naylor's hurt too, and Naylor's hurt.
Naylor's hurt, so it's literally Hawkinson and Jefferson, and then out of the backfield you have Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason.
Jordan.
But the quarterback whisper is real, bro. Kevin O'Connell, you saw he got Sam Darnold
I
a
know.
paycheck, and I told you what was going to happen last year, and Jefferson still ended up, I think, second overall as a fantasy in yards and stuff. I don't know about fantasy, but
O'Connell, Shanahan, McVay, man, those guys,
yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
So so I agree with you. You can always go later on to look for a quarterback instead of taking an elite one, unless one just falls in your lap in the 4th round or something like that. Then that's a value. Tight ends, same thing. Unless it's Brock Bowers or Trey McBride, I'm not looking 3rd, 4th round. If one of those guys and like you're saying, it all depends on how your draft is going. If they just fall there and they're the best player available right then you click off your tight end box. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry
straight
about it
up.
anymore.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie, real quick. Like, at 11, if there's a running back that I like and I take the running back, and there's not really a receiver there that I like when it hits 12 and comes right back to me 11, if Bowers is there,
right,
I might pick him.
Exactly, because
that's 22 more picks until I could say, okay, I'm just gonna grab a receiver and a running back, and I'm just gonna have to feed off my receivers. But then but then I could look at it and go, I got the number 1 tight end.
Yeah, and you know what, bro?
And,
I agree 100%. And like these ADPs, like they're all every sports outlet has an ADP, right? They all have their own ADPs. But this isn't the word of God. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
it's still
look what Brock Bowers did with O'Connell and Minshew last year.
I know.
Look what he did.
I know. He had
112
112 receptions, bro.
And look at Gino. Gino is not no chump,
Slouch.
bro.
No.
He's not no chump, man. He ain't. And I always, it's Geno Smith from the Jets. It ain't Geno Smith from the Jets. It's Geno Smith from the Seattle Seahawks, from the Raiders. So
And Chip Kelly is running the offense.
Pete Carroll would not have went and got him. And they got Genty. God, I'm not a Raider fan, but that Raiders, I hope the Raiders beat the fuck out of the Chiefs and shit. Straight to God. I think the Chargers are going to take that division though.
Bro, Ashton Genty's going to be a beast. So okay.
All right, let's go.
If we get in tight ends, the next tier would be like Kittle, Laporta, Kelsey,
Kraft.
Tucker Kraft. Some people I don't know. I don't know if maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
So I like Warren from Colts. I like Warren to be a bottom of tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like Warren this year. I think Anthony Richardson is going to end up starting there. And
from week 1 or like as the season goes, he's going to win the job?
Yeah, I think Richardson's going to take the job probably 3 or 4.
See,
probably third week.
Man, if Richardson does that, he'd be a smart 14th round pick to just throw on your bench, because if he ever does take the starting job and he's healthy, he's a fantasy gold. I mean, this guy, So yeah, I agree.
My sleeper tight end though, we're talking about tight ends. Kyle Pitts,
bro. Kyle Pitts has been getting. Sleeper. Do you know when he's been getting drafted? 12th, 13th round. This draft I just looked at. When I saw this draft board, because it was one of Chris's leagues, his draft, and he sent me his board, and I'm looking at Kyle Pitts right here. He is in the 16th round. He was the last pick for somebody. And then I just saw some dude on TikTok or something saying that he got Kyle Pitts in the 12th round with his last pick. I don't know how that's his last pick in the 12th round, but I'm with you. He's got to have a better year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's still talented. It's not like this guy just lost his talent. So I'm with you on Kyle Pitts, but here's my sleeper. Mason Taylor from the Jets. No one's talking about him. He's not even getting drafted, bro. But the Jets offensive coordinator is the old tight ends coach, Erdstad from Detroit. He's the tight end coach that developed TJ Hawkinson, that developed Sam Laporta. And I'm telling you right now, it just came out. Aaron Glenn said that they have Mason Taylor's going to be going to have a big role in that offense. He's a rookie. He tore it up in college. I just think he's a sleeper. No one's on him. So at the end of your draft
Taylor's
or whatever,
son. That's Jonathan Taylor. No, that not Jonathan Taylor. Jason Taylor's son.
Oh, is that who that is? Mason?
Yeah.
Yes. Hey man. So
there's another kid too. That kid Loveland from Chicago. They're high on that kid like
Colston
crazy
Loveland.
right now.
Colston Loveland. And that makes sense because look who's coaching the Bears. So he was the offensive coordinator with the Lions. So why the Lions, we all know
that's
they
another
make
team.
tight ends.
Yeah,
I guess
that's another team. I think Caleb's going to do pretty good this year.
I do too. I think Caleb's going to have a great year, actually, I think Rome is going to do well. So then after the tight ends, you got Kittle, Laporta, Kelsey, Andrews kind of dinged up. I don't know if he's going to be 100% when the season starts. Evan Ingram should have a good year, man.
Ingram, I like Ingram with Denver.
With Bo Nix.
Bro,
and do you remember back in the day when Sean Payton had Graham and
Jimmy Graham
and Drew Brees? And bro, if you drafted those two dudes, you were always in it in fantasy. If you drafted that combo right there, Graham and Drew Brees.
Bro, Bo Nix, I'm telling you.
Are you gonna take
Bo Nix, Drake May? Bo Nix, Drake May. I'm telling you right now.
So you think Drake May and Diggs are gonna have a good year?
I just think Drake May is gonna have a good year. I don't like Diggs. Diggs is too much. He's too much of a prima donna.
He is a prima donna.
I don't think he cares about football no more. He just cares about the money and star.
They say he looks really good in camp though. All right,
He
so
looks
then
good in camp. But, he's not going to be
yeah.
the old Minnesota Viking no more. That's done.
Well,
That's a
no,
wash.
no.
It's a wash.
Running backs, mid-round running backs, you know, if you if you didn't get an elite running back, there's guys like Najee Harris, but he's injured. But they just said that he just came
He's
off
going to
of
play.
the non-injured injury football injury list, and he should be playing week 1. But Amari and Hampton, man, is just like breathing
Omar and
down
Hampton. I know. Omar
his
and
neck.
Hampton,
You know what I'm
Travion
saying?
Henderson. Omar and Hampton's going to end up. Omar. Thing is, you need 2 running backs this year.
You do.
Anytime you need 2 running backs. Look what the Niners just did. I know we're going to bring that up. The Niners just brought in Robinson.
Yep.
We both love the kid. We both love Robinson. We always talked about him. Many men, we always talked about him.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be. I think he's going to have a better career with the Niners than he did with the Commanders. Because what do the Niners do? They run the ball. It's just. I think when they traded Jordan Mason, they're like, "Damn, what do we do?" Now we got Brandon Robinson and McCaffrey, but yeah, Omari and Hampton, Travion Henderson. I'm telling you, those boys, they're going to take over. Brees Hall, I think Brees Hall is going to have a great year this year with Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to be watch out. Justin Fields is going to be a top 10 fantasy scorer this year.
Agree.
Watch,
And I think you can get him late.
He's going to run.
And they're going to let him run. They're going to let him run. Aaron Glenn's
Hell
going to
yeah.
let him run.
Aaron Glenn already said he's going to let him run. I already seen it. Like, he's going to let him run. He's going to have more points. I'm going to put it right now. Right now. Because we always do it. He's going to have more fantasy points. He's going to have more fantasy points than Jalen Hurts this year.
Justin Fields. You're saying Justin Fields is going to have more fantasy points than Jalen Hurts. All right. We got it right here.
If they're both healthy seasons, we can't, do the whole injury shit. Healthy season, Justin Fields is going to have more fantasy points than Hurts.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't disagree, though. I don't disagree. I don't agree, and I don't disagree. I'm just kind of neutral. It's not an outlandish. Look, I'm not going to be playing this back in 6 months like we've done with someone else. A crazy take about a gold Colt. I brought that up to him the other day. I said, "Hey, so you tell me he's not going to be wearing that gold Colt this year? What? What the hell?" He just started cracking up, man. He started cracking up. He was like, "Oh man, yeah."
Remember that?
Yeah,
remember that? What was that? Rome's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he might be, man. He might be, but he wasn't last year. That's for damn sure. All right, man.
The Bears, they had one of the worst coaches ever. Eberflus was hack.
Eberflus is horrible.
Him and Matt Nagy, those guys are hacks.
All right. Let's get into some sleepers. I like Josh Downs. I think he's really undervalued, bro. I think he's so undervalued. I think if you were able to get Josh Downs after the 10th round, you're getting a wide receiver, someone with wide receiver 1 potential. I think I know he's wide receiver 2 on his team, but I think he's going to outdo Pittman. And I think that he'll be a perfect wide receiver 2. And think about it. If you're getting him after the 10th round, you probably already have your wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. And then if he's your wide receiver 3, man, you're set. Josh Downs, undervalued. I'm hearing a lot of buzz about Keon Coleman, and I don't have a problem with his athleticism or anything, but I just don't know about that system. So I don't know. He's not one of my sleepers. And then there's a ton of buzz about Rashid Shaheed, and their quarterback situation has not gotten any better. So I don't see how Shaheed's going to be great in New Orleans.
Talking about receivers, I mean, we haven't really talked about Travis Hunter, but I don't think that's really anything. We don't really know what's going to happen there. I think
he's going to be good.
That's what's going to make Lawrence better. But I think Xavier Worthy, that's not a sleeper to me, but I think Xavier Worthy, we didn't bring him up. Garrett Wilson, I think, is going to have a great year this year with Justin Fields. I think he's going to have a great year. There was one sleeper I got, but there was one more guy. I think I got 2 sleepers, and I don't know, you might tell me he's not a sleeper, but I think he is because he's on a new team. George Pickens.
No, yeah, that's a good, yeah. I think he's
George Pickens with Dallas, and I think the real sleeper is Jalen Waddle for Miami. A lot of saying people, that dude. They're saying he's looking healthy. He looks the healthiest he's looked since Alabama. His knees look good.
Waddle. My only problem with Waddle, with Tyreek, I have another problem with Devin Achan. I wouldn't touch Devin Achan. When I started doing research, I was like, okay, I'm targeting Achan in the first round if I have a later first round pick. But then I heard he has a calf calf injury. I'm not messing with any calf running back with the calf. But my problem with that whole offense is that if Tua's not healthy, McDaniel just looks like a mid coach, because if Tua's not healthy, Tyreek suffers, Waddle suffers. I mean, we saw what happened last year, and I can't guarantee, no one can guarantee Tua's going to be healthy enough to get through the season. So that's why I'm not too high on any of those Dolphins, including Waddle. But I have heard good things about him.
I think Mike McDaniel is probably the top hot seat coach this
You
year,
think he might make
right
our
now.
our intro?
I think last year we were right. Last year we were right by a couple guys. There were a couple of them were fired before the season even ended.
Right.
Um,
Um,
but
what about your running back sleepers? Who do you got?
running back sleepers. Running back sleeper. I had a couple of them.
Yeah. While you're getting yours, I'll throw one out there. And I just said I don't like Miami's if Tua's hurt, but Jalen Wright, man, Jalen Wright, because if Achan is hurt, then Jalen Wright, should be the one. So what about you?
Mine was I just had it written down. I'm trying to look at it right now. So one of them, I don't know, man. I don't know if I should even say it. I'm gonna say more like I'm gonna say J.K. Dobbins, Denver. I'm gonna say J.K. Dobbins, Denver. I mean, you look what he did with San Diego last year before he got hurt.
Yeah, but that's just
He was
it.
going
That's
off.
always it with these guys, man. Like with
Yeah,
J.K. Dobbins and
yeah. Kamara.
Kamara, Tua. We haven't even mentioned Kamara. Kamara is going like in this third round. You know,
Yeah, fifth, fourth round.
I've seen him go earlier than that, and I'm like, wow, I'm kind of surprised he's going that early. Um, yeah, J.K. Dobbins, man, that's not a bad
Yep,
pick
that's a
at
sleeper.
all. Yeah,
That's a sleeper. They have a
he's a real good sleeper.
yep.
Hampton, we already talked about Hampton. How about Roshan,
Yeah.
man? Roshan Johnson. I mean, we were hyped on Roshan 2 years ago. Remember that as a
Yeah.
rookie.
Yeah.
And then now that Ben Johnson is there, they got that. He runs a two-back scheme. You saw what he did with
With
Montgomery
Swift.
and Gibbs, and now he has Swift
Yep.
and Roshan. I think Roshan a late round sleeper, and anything happens to Swift, he goes right into the number one. But I still think if Ben Johnson runs that offense real similar to how they were running it in Detroit, Roshan could get a lot of goal line touches, man. Just like
Well, I got
just
to.
like Montgomery did.
So my main sleeper on running backs was like Omari and Hampton and stuff, but I didn't
Hmm.
really want to say sleepers because
Everyone's
they're
on
new.
him.
But yeah, but one of my main sleepers is Trey Benson from Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, you think Connor's going to
He's
get
a
hurt?
backup. I just think he's going to overrun him. I think he's going to outplay him. I think could more likely injury. Connor's been really good, but I think it's there's a lot about Trey Benson and I think Trey Benson's going to take over. I think something needs to change on that offense, and James Conner can't catch out. He don't catch shit out of the backfield. Just goes up the middle. I think Trey Benson has a little more agility and push than him. But
I like that. I like that.
yeah,
And we kind of already went over our tight ends, sleepers a little bit. Jake Ferguson,
one
man, is
receiver.
one.
Drake
Kincaid.
Ferguson's one. Yep. Jake
I think
Ferguson.
Kincaid's got to have a better year this
Kincaid's a
year.
sleeper too. Kincaid's a sleeper too.
Yeah.
Kincaid's going to have a better year. And Keon Coleman, I'm with you on that. Don't be surprised if he's the Bills' number one. Even Shakur.
Yeah.
Even Shakur's going to be the Bills are going to be good. But the guy that we haven't said, Lad McConkey from the Chargers, that kid.
Yeah.
That kid is that kid's not going the first round. But if you get him in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be mad at it. He could be my number one receiver, bro. Straight up. He
Yeah.
could be my number one receiver.
That's who
bro.
Chris took. Chris
I'm
took
not
Lad
lying.
McConkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Justin Herbert,
I'm in
man.
the-
And if you have Hampton
Hey,
running and yeah.
damn, I'm telling you, if you get Lad as your number one receiver in second, third round, good for you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your your league winning sleeper?
Ooh. My league winning sleeper.
Yeah.
Let me cut this real quick, though. Let me stop this real quick. Not stop, but okay. Okay, I'm going to shock you.
All right, go ahead.
Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby. You know what? That could be, man. Tank Bigsby. Tank
He's
Bigsby could
going
be
to
a beast. He could take over ETN. They got like 3 running backs. So it's Tank Bigsby, it's Travis Etienne, and then there's the
Boshaval
yes, but yeah, Tootin.
Tootin.
Rootin' Tootin, Boschval Tootin. Yeah,
But I mean,
there's
they
a lot of
said
hype
Etienne's
about him
starting,
too.
but they said Etienne's starting last year, and Etienne looked like crap. It's Bigsby's
Yeah.
going to take over, bro. He's going to
Yeah.
take over.
Yeah, I think my league winning sleeper would be man, league winning sleeper. I don't know, man. I probably it's gonna be hard for me, but I'd say someone like a Josh Downs would be a league winning sleeper. Or for me, in my case,
It's
yeah, I'll make it. I'll go Homer on you a little bit, bro.
Jordan Mason.
I think
Oh,
JJ is
JJ?
about to have JJ McCarthy is about to have
JJ McCarthy, yeah.
JJ McCarthy reminds me of like if he was from the Joe Burrow stock. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that,
No.
but I think JJ McCarthy is gonna overwhelm people. They're not gonna believe that he's doing so well. Just like last year, everyone was talking about Darnold, but I think the difference is when it comes crunch time, when it comes playoff time, McCarthy has the moxie to go in there and just be fearless. Where I think that's the difference between Darnold. Darnold, he folded every time there's a big game, you know.
Yeah, he did.
So
Yeah.
I'd say
U-
JJ.
Usually, when you say that, like, oh man, he won my league, it's like A Chain did a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Came out of
yeah,
nowhere and
yeah,
then went fire.
yeah,
I mean, there's a couple other running backs back in the day, but it's like this year, Amarian Hampton and Trevon Henderson are
yeah,
two make or breaks. I think that would be two. You know, you pick them in the fifth, sixth round, but the hype is real for him. People are picking him earlier than I think. It's like with the quarterbacks right now. Jaden Daniels going to go number 3. It's like, man, Stroud. Stroud had that sophomore slump like bad. Like I picked Stroud last year and he was barely scoring me 10 points a game.
yeah.
And this
I
year
think
I'm getting a quarterback. I don't think Bo Nix is going to have no sophomore slump. Bo Nix does a lot too much in the offense, way more than Stroud does in the offense. Stroud he can't run. I mean, like Drake May, I'm telling you, like get a quarterback that's going to score you points that you know is going to score you points. I'll tell you what though, Trevor Lawrence is going to be. I'm trying to have him be my backup this year. I have just a raw
yeah,
feeling
a
about
lot
him.
of people are on him as a sleeper. And let's talk about some injuries. So Joe Mixon's out the first 4 games of the season. And there's Nick Chubb, bro. So like, if you don't go get your great running back up front, Nick Chubb now maybe I don't know. Since this news has come out, let me see where Nick Chubb is on this list. I mean, Nick Chubb, where's he at on your ADP? Because
He was like
Nick
30,
Chubb was like for the running
like
backs,
like
like
the
not 30
30th
overall.
running back.
Yeah, exactly. Like 10th, 12th, 13th round. So I think that
Damn,
has to
Joe's out.
change.
Joe's out for 4 games, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, to start the season. So I think that Nick Chubb really all reports are saying he's looking great, bro. They're saying that he's looking just like he used to look. And I know they have to say that, the coaches and stuff,
Mhm.
D'Amico Ryans and all that, but I believe it. I think this happened to him before. This happened to him in college. He came back from the same type of double tear, torn knee, just destroyed knee
At
before,
Georgia.
and he's still the running back that he was in the NFL. Happens again. I just think Nick Chubb, man, he's on my list. I want Nick Chubb on my team,
Mhm.
and I think it's going to be good. Austin Eckler is another guy who now is the number one back in Washington. I know he's long in the tooth, but he fits Kingsbury's system. He really does. And
Well,
then
they got the
you
guy
have
Bill.
you
Bill,
have that Krosky Merritt. You have that Krosky
yeah, yeah,
Merritt,
yeah.
and
Bill's looking good.
yeah.
Bill and Jeremy
So
McNichols, he came out of nowhere the last couple of years too, just being backups. But yeah, but that's probably
yeah,
one.
but
But out of that, you got three running backs that you're in the 10th, 11th round. You're like, damn, I only got three running backs. Like I would probably take Bill before any of the other three, of the other two. Be honest with you.
Bill,
Yeah, Bill. Call him Bill. The Commanders. They call him Bill Mistrowski. They call him Bill. I'm being honest. They call him Bill. That's his nickname.
McCroskey,
The dude on the Commanders. The dude that's number 2. They call him
J-
Bill.
Ja'Cory.
They call him Bill, bro. I'm not lying.
You're talking about Ja'Cory
Number 2. The number.
Merritt,
The reason. Yeah, the reason they got rid of Robinson.
Ja'Cory
Yeah,
Krosky
they
Merritt.
call him Bill.
They call him Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like him too, better than Chris Rodriguez. And then they're saying that McMillan is just trying to, McMichael,
McNichols.
uh, McNichols is just trying to hold on to a spot right now, a roster
Hmm.
spot. So he did look good last year. So Joe Mixon, that opens the door wide open to see if there's any gas in the tank left with Nick Chubb. I say if you can get him in the eighth round and beyond, get Nick Chubb though. If he's there in the eighth round, I might just take Nick Chubb because he's still going to be RB1. And we saw what Joe Mixon did in that offense last year.
Yeah.
I think Nick Chubb could still be a better. He even got back last year. He played last year some,
Hmm.
so it's not like he's. I think they're saying he's fully recovered. In Tampa Bay, man, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, they're both out. Godwin's out at least the first 4 games, and then McMillan is out till week 9.
Hmm.
So that opens the door for Mike Evans, but I mean, Mike Evans is Mike Evans, but it really opens the door for the rookie Emeka Ibuka,
Hmm.
which is the all-time, bro. This is crazy. He is the all-time receiving leader in Ohio State.
Hmm.
And they had Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and
There you go.
Jiba. I mean, they
I think
uh
Jeremiah Smith's going to take. I
Williams
think Jeremiah Smith's going to take this one though. Jeremiah Smith from
for
Ohio State.
Ohio
That
State.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah. They just keep breeding them, bro. But anyway, so Emeka Ibuka, he's going in like
Hmm.
sixth round right now.
Hmm.
And I don't blame him. I think he's, that's a perfect spot for him. I think Travis Hunter, he had an upper body injury, but they're saying he should be fine. It's more like they're just precautionary. That's why he hasn't played after that happened in the preseason. And then so Travis Hunter, you're still good in the fifth, sixth, seventh round. That's kind of where he's going right now. You're, right in that area. I don't see any reason not to health wise. And then Najee, like we just talked about, he's probably going to be available week 1 now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then trades. There hasn't been many, big old trades. I mean, the Vikings got rid of their defensive lineman, which a lot of people were surprised. It was just a cash thing, salary cap. But Brian Robinson Jr. comes to the Niners. I think that's a great pickup for the Niners. They won that trade hands down. I
Hmm.
give them an A plus for that trade. They gave up a 6th round pick,
That's
and then
crazy.
they got some 3.4 million back for his salary.
That's
So
crazy.
for this year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
so I
That's
I
crazy.
think they got over because he's a number one back on his team on the Redskins.
It's just
And
not Cliff
now to
Kings. It's
back
not
up
Cliff Kingsbury's kind of running back.
no, no. So and he's really not when you think about Brian Robinson Jr., he's really not a 49er type running back because he doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield.
No.
Um, he kind of runs between the tackles, but I think uh, I I just have faith in Shanahan and the way they run that offense. And I think the Niners defense is going to be a lot better this year. They got the old man back.
Yeah.
After they kicked his ass out of New York, he came back, to run the defense.
The Niners got a lot of injuries
So
this year on the D still right now. They have a couple of their safeties are out. Masa. One of their safeties are out. So,
Mufasa, yeah.
yeah, I mean, they got
What
a
do you
lot
think
of
about
young.
that trade? What do you think about that trade?
Brian Robinson?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I like it big time. I mean, I think they've finally seen the writing on the wall that you can't run McCaffrey 30 times, It's
Yeah.
like Derrick Henry. I'm afraid about that. Ravens, hopefully they shake it up this year. I mean, the writing's on the wall. You seen what happened last year. That his legs just burnt out on him. So, no, I love the trade. I really do. I like Isaac Garendo. I like James from Oregon that we had. He got hurt, but they're all on there. And we have injuries every year. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, and Garindo's hurt right
And,
now too.
and yeah,
He's
and
not
Garindo's just coming
100%.
back right now. And then James, he's come back from broken pinky. But
Mhm.
somebody's always hurt. First game this year, somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's top fantasy pick is going to get hurt. Happens every year. But for the running back situation for him, I love it. I honestly do. I mean, for being a Niner fan, I'll be a homer on this one for that. But I think it's perfect. I think they, I don't think McCaffrey wants to run the ball 25 times. I don't think he wants to. I think he's not a selfish player. And I think, because McCaffrey doesn't just run the ball. What's he get? He touches on the ground and he gets another 6, 7 in the air. So if he could get 15 on the ground and at least 6, 7 in the air, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. No.
And
You're
Robinson's
right.
pounds. He pounds too. Robinson pounds the ball.
Yeah, he definitely
Pounds
does
the
that.
ball.
They're going to need to monitor McCaffrey's touches. I think. I still don't buy it when they say he's 100%. He looks better than he has in 10 years and all this crap. I don't trust that staff at all. So it's whatever.
So let me ask you a question. Who's your sleeper team this year? We're going to go outside of fantasy. Just who's your sleeper team this year that people should look at for players and everything? Because there's one guy we haven't said, and I'm going to say his name, and I think Tet McMillan is going to be the top rookie receiver this year. I think Bryce Young's going to look a lot better than it is. My sleeper team's Carolina Panthers. Not saying playoffs, but I think +4 wins, +3 wins, +3 wins from last year.
Oh, you mean adding on 3 more wins than they had last year?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they're only going to win 3 or more games.
No.
Bro, that ain't much of a sleeper, bro.
I think they're going to win 3 to 4 more games than they did last year.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I could get down with those guys. I do have Bryce Young as one of my sleeper quarterbacks and late round quarterbacks. I
Same
think
here.
he's going to have a good year. Jonathan Brooks, man. Yeah, he's out again for the whole year. So once again, it's Chuba,
Chuba.
and Chuba's been serviceable. And no one's talking about Chuba. He's one of those guys you get in the 6th, 7th round, 8th round. You know what I'm saying? And he might.
Well, there's a sleeper running back this year that went over there, and we didn't say about it. The dude from Dallas.
Oh, Tony Paul. No, Rico Dowdle.
Rico
Dowdle.
Dowdle. Yep.
Yeah. And Tony Pollard.
Rico
That's
Dowdle.
someone we
They
haven't
try to-
talked about either. And Tajay Spears is kind of.
with Cam Ward over there with Tennessee. It's just, it's only we're not even at the first week yet, but I think Tet McMillan from the Panthers receiving, that kid's gonna go off.
Well, McMillan is high on draft boards, man.
Off.
Where would you take
Bro,
McMillan?
He's gonna go. I wouldn't take him. See, it's all the hype. I wouldn't take him top 4. I would not. I would not take I would not take a rookie receiver top 4 rounds. There's no way.
Even Travis Hunter.
Not with me. I'm sorry.
Even Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, I don't know what he's going to be. Is he going to be a cornerback? Is he going to be a receiver? The thing is, will I take a running back rookie, 3rd, 4th round? Yes. 100%. Any day of the week. Well, who's your sleeper team?
To be honest with you, and I hate that this is my sleeper team, but I think the Chicago Bears are going to have a really good year. They won 3 games last year,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah,
Chicago is probably going to
I
win.
agree.
They could win 10 games. But here's the thing: the NFC North, all 4 teams are in the top 5 toughest schedule of the year,
Mhm.
and part of it is because they play each other twice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a tough
Yeah,
schedule,
that division,
strength of schedule.
that
Yeah.
that division is tough.
Yeah, so I think the Bears for me is I think Caleb's going to have a great year. I think Rome's going to have a great year. We'll probably see GJ get kind of surpassed by Rome this year. Colston
Mhm.
Loveland, if Colston Loveland, if you're going to start thinking of tight ends in the 8th round, start thinking about them, you really could just go get Colston Loveland instead of some of these other guys, because I think in that system he's going to be really good.
It,
I really do.
it it
They
honestly
use tight ends.
feels it honestly feels like they're I seen a story yesterday that they pretty much were looking to trade Cole Kmet. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
because
dude has
Colston
done nothing
Loveland.
wrong. I know, but I mean, that dude has done nothing wrong. That dude's been through the thick and shit there, man.
Bro,
And
come on,
and
man. This is sports. It's a business. They don't
no, I
care.
no no, I know, but the guy's not a bad tight end. I mean, if he had a
No,
better
no.
quarterback the last couple of years, but that Colson Loveland, but it shows what that kid's doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and I'm telling you, the kid from the Colts, Warren, man, I'm just he's gonna that tight end too. He's gonna be something else too, man.
I'm hearing a lot about Warren, and here's my problem with Warren is that system. They still have Shane Steichen as their head coach, and that system, you saw how many tight ends they would use, and no, they don't feature a tight end at all. They feature if it's Richardson, they feature Richardson, or they feature Jonathan Taylor, but they don't even get him the ball. So if they got him the ball, I'd be higher on Warren. If he was at another team, maybe I'd be more high on him. But the fact that he's playing for Indianapolis and they don't know how to, I don't, in my opinion, they don't know how to use their tight ends, but they did go draft him. So I don't know. That's my only knock on the kid. And I hear he's a beast and he's just beasting out. So hopefully, because a lot of people are on him and a lot of people are going to draft him. And guys like Mason Taylor are going to be, you know, just sitting there waiting on the waiver wire after the draft. So I don't know. Well, let's wrap this up. So if we're looking at our draft, would you agree or disagree? Don't go get elite quarterback. Wait till later in the draft and stock up players. What do you agree or disagree on that?
I agree. I think there's too many high. I think there's way too many top receivers now, and running. I really think there's way more top receivers now with Rome and Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis
Yep.
Hunter coming in the draft, and the kid from Buccaneers. I can't say it, but there's a lot of receivers coming up that
I
and there's a lot
agree.
of quarterbacks later. Like I said,
Yes.
Baker Mayfield was the top 5, and Bo Nix was top 5. Those guys were drafted like it's the 10th round last year. So
Exactly. Yeah.
so up, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you on that. Tight end. So would you go early on McBride or Bowers, or would you wait and get a tight end later?
Just like I
If
said,
if
it
it
depends
falls,
on your
if they
draft.
fall, if one of those guys
Exactly.
falls to you, are you going in the second round to get one of
M-
those dudes?
Me being at the 11th pick and knowing I'm not going to pick for another 22 picks, and I pick my receiver running back, more likely I'm picking that running back, and it goes back to me. If I don't pick a running back the first, then I'm not doing it. But if I pick a running back and it comes back to me and Brock Bowers is there, I know 22 picks later, like I'll probably do it. I'll probably do it. George Kittle, I think George Kittle is going to have one of the best. Probably the first 4 games, he's going to probably have the best out of all the tight ends because our receivers, the Niners receivers, are shot right now. Ayuk's out for the first 4 games. Juwan Jennings contract dispute, but his calf is bad, and then Ricky Pearsall is the only one there. Demarcus Robinson suspended for 3 games, so I think Kittle's going to probably be the top tight end for the first 4 games.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Would you lock in your RB2 early or would you wait later on? Like, say you already got your RB1, would you lock in that RB2 early in this draft or would you stack up on, say, tight end, wide receiver and get your RB2 a little bit more in the middle of the draft? What do you think? I probably would depending on which one it is, which RB it is, I probably would wait, if I can stack up some really good wide receivers or one of those tight ends and really good wide receivers, I'd probably wait, probably till after the 6th, 7th round to start looking at that next RB if my draft just played out that way. You know what I'm saying? What would
I
you
don't
do?
know I don't know if the 6th, 7th round. If you look now, if a Henderson's still there, Marion Hampton, Kamara, Kamara's going pretty late. Brees Hall, but like James Cook be gone in the 3rd round. I mean, if you see Henderson and Hampton still there, maybe you stretch it a little bit. But if you get your big hitter running back out of the
Yeah.
way first, go from there, man. I mean, that's the thing. Go from there. But then, like I always try to
Yeah.
put some guys in my, like, okay, I really want one of these top 3 running backs. And then when one goes and one goes, it's like, fuck it. I just take them, take the 3rd one or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's pretty hard. 6 rounds without getting 2 running backs. That's pretty ballsy. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough because I could see, because like you're saying, Amarian Hampton and
Yeah.
Travion Henderson, I could see him all being on by the 6th
Yeah,
round.
I agree. Um
That's tough.
Now, I think you always need to draft at least a couple of sleepers. You have to. You have to, a couple guys that you really feel that no one else is on, and you got to put them on your team. Um, that's how you win leagues is with sleepers. Everyone's going to draft the guys.
That's
Everyone's going
about
to
it.
draft we all know the guys, but it's a little research. It's the
Mm-hmm.
little things. It's sometimes the gut. And bro, I'm telling you, that's where I'm at with Chase Brown. The gut is telling me that if I don't get him, I'm gonna pay for it. But yeah, I think you always draft a couple of sleepers. Um, you know, what do you
I think a couple sleepers could be like you said, quarterbacks. You're a
Mhm.
backup quarterback. The Justin Fields, the
You know,
Trevor
what if
Lawrence,
what if
even the Drake. I think Drake May is probably going to be still there when the draft's over.
yeah,
Don't you think?
yeah, for
Maybe.
sure. Bo
Bo
Nix
Nix.
won't.
Bo Nix. Caleb Williams will be a second drafted quarterback, meaning all the stars will be gone. Caleb Williams might still
Yeah,
be there.
Caleb's probably gonna be
Honestly,
in like the eighth, ninth round, starting to go in ninth round. Same with
yeah,
Bo Nix,
yeah.
eighth, ninth round. Bo might go a little
Brock
Brock
Purdy.
Purdy. They're all in that same, you know. Um, all right, bro. Give me your hot take.
If the 49ers don't make the playoffs, Kyle Shanahan's getting fired.
Uh
If the Niners
the
do not make the
GM's gonna go
playoffs,
with
Kyle
him?
Shanahan's getting
You think the
fired.
GM's going to? Lynch?
Yes, yes.
So you say
I
they
think
both
Lynch.
go.
I think it's. I think Lynch is. I don't think Lynch wants to be a career GM.
Okay. All right. That's your hot
But
take.
I think if the Niners, I really think if the Niners do not make the playoffs, that he is getting fired.
Okay. Here's my hot take. And I don't know if it's a hot take, but yeah, it's definitely a hot take, but you already know how I feel. Chase Brown, top 3 fantasy running back. Chase Brown, top 3 fantasy running back. I'm telling you. Sometimes sometimes you just have to when you've been doing this long enough like we have and like I'm sure everyone who's been playing fantasy, sometimes you just have to go with your gut. I'll never forget that year. Kareem Hunt. Okay, Kareem Hunt. Yeah. So when Kareem Hunt was a rookie, I had a gut about Kareem Hunt. I'm like, this guy in this offense is going to destroy it. So I was trying to be smart and I waited. I'm like, eighth round, I'm taking Kareem Hunt. because no one's on him. Dude, and then the Jerry, who's in our league, and son of a gun, he drafts him right before me, and I think like the 7th round or something. I was pissed. Kareem Hunt's rookie year, he was a top 3 running back, fantasy running back. And I'm telling you right now, bro, that's how I feel about Chase Brown. I'm willing I might put my money where my mouth is and draft him 6th in that 12 team and just say, "F it, I'll live and I'll die with it. I'll ride and die with it." That's my hot take, bro. I think Chase Brown, top 3 running back, fantasy running back, top 3.
I mean, Chase Brown already to me is a 2-round running back already. So it's you know what I mean. I already see him in the top 2 rounds. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Hot take for
top
me.
3
No, I know
fantasy
running
running
backs.
back.
I mean, if we want to do stats
Yeah.
like that,
Or if you want another hot take,
Ashton Genty being the top,
JJ McCarthy.
JJ
JJ
McCarthy being.
McCarthy, a top 5 passing quarterback this year. JJ McCarthy.
Ooh.
There's another one.
Like I'll do a
There's
hot
another
take,
one
and
for you. So I just gave you 2.
I'll do a hot take on stats like that. Marvin Harrison, top 5 receiver this year. Marvin Harrison is going to be a top 5 receiver this year.
I think that can happen.
I think top 5 receiver this year.
Depending on, but you hate
the Cardinals. I do.
with everything.
I do.
Murray, and you really hate Murray.
The thing about Murray, like I'm saying, it's a make or break season for Murray.
Bro,
make or break.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, and I just need a rant though before we go. We gotta have a good old fashioned rant before we leave, right? I mean, we're already running over time, a few minutes, but you're from the Bay Area. I'm from the Bay Area. Okay, that's not. I'm not saying that's great or we're better than anyone, and we're in Arizona right now. That's where we're at. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Arizona fans are delusional, bro.
Yeah.
They're delusional. They don't know sport. I mean, and I'm gonna catch a lot of hate from Arizona, but I just had a guy come in tonight, and him and Isaiah went somewhere, and he said, "Hey, I got this bet," and he's like, "If you want to, do a bet, FanDuel right now is having a bet. You pick division winners, and it pays a lot of, so he picked 5 division winners, $10 could get him 2,000. So I said, "Oh, well, who'd you pick?" And he gives his winners, Buffalo and this, that. And then he goes, "And obviously the Cardinals." And I said, "Bro, do you want to win this bet, or are you just a homer? What?" I mean, there's so much homerism here. It dilutes their betting, it dilutes their gambling. They get in arguments that they can't. I mean, the Cardinals are they have a boring offense, and this is it for Kyler Murray. Um, Gannon, I kind of like him as a coach, but the offense is boring. I hope that Harrison Jr. does well. Trey McBride, how do you have 1,100 yards receiving, 111 receptions, and only 2 touchdowns? That's crazy.
He didn't get a touchdown until week. He didn't get a touchdown until the last 2 games of the season.
And I had him, and he was just giving me just enough, as even with those stats, but no touchdowns. So I just think that Cardinal fans are just delusional.
The Cardinals
bro.
could be a good.
They could be.
They could be a lot better this year. They could be a lot better. The Cardinals, like their defense was tough last year. If you look at their offense, but the thing is that you look at, they did not go get another receiver. Why? I have no clue. That was crazy. You just, you're supposedly have a quarterback that's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback. Everybody wants to say it for here in Arizona. He's a top 5 quarterback. The guy's never won a playoff game. A top 5 quarterback? No, he's not a top 5 quarterback. The guy's wild. He throws it outside all the time. It's like, this is the make or break year. I'm not going to take nothing away from him this year. This year I gave him a hard time. The guys have talent. The Cardinals, can they, we'll see what happens. But
yeah,
to win a division, oh man, the Rams are fire. The Niners should be a little bit better this year. Seahawks, I just don't see it. I mean, unless Kyler Murray just straight just quits video games and focuses, we'll see what happens.
And I told the kid, I said, "Man, I hope they do. I really do." But
Mhm.
when it comes to the Suns, when it comes to the Cardinals, when it comes to the Diamondbacks, and you talk to the fans out here, I'm always thinking, are you watching the same team I'm watching? Because I'm brutal against with the Giants. I'm brutal with the Vikings. I'm brutal with the
Mhm.
Celtics. I really am. I know my teams, and I know if they're good or if they're not good. The Giants right now are driving me crazy. The San Francisco Giants is who I'm referring to.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
driving me crazy. They start off so well. Bob Melvin's got to get out. Get him out. They got
Gone.
too much
Oh my
talent.
god, dude.
Get him out.
Bob
But
Melvin has to go.
he's got to
He's a
go.
boring dude. He did the A's at the end. He did to the Padres. Padres had Soto and everybody, and he couldn't do nothing. And the
Exactly.
Giants are
So,
getting talent. He's done. Bob Melvin is done as a coach.
yep.
Love the guy.
Yep.
Great things with the A's. Did nothing for the Giants. Did a little bit for the Padres. Giants, he hasn't done nothing. I mean,
No.
Mariners. I
No.
mean,
Yeah.
love the guy, but he needs to go. He needs to go. And Buster signed him to a 1-year contract 2 months ago, extension.
Oh
He's
man.
gone.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has. It's crazy. Yeah, he
They'll
has no
just pay
fire no
him. They'll
more.
just pay him.
Yeah,
No, no. All right. Well, that's it, man. Bro, it's good to get back in the saddle with you, Jake. We got one under our belt. The first one of the
there it
season
is.
of
There
many,
it
many
is.
more. Just remember, guys, go dominate your draft. If you have not picked up my fantasy draft report, the download will be in the link of this podcast. It's absolutely free. Just go ahead and like and subscribe. We appreciate if you do that. I am Lonnie. He is Jake, and we will catch you on the next.